Hey everyone. Looks like there's two in already. Hey Joey. Hey everyone. Let me turn that off there. We'll be doing double duty. Woo, y'all got a close up. Okay, well just go ahead and get started with this. What we're going to do this afternoon is have a look at some of last week's tumbles. So I had, well, I've reduced it twice. This is maybe a third of what I did. I had one 10-pound and one 15-pound tumbler that finished up. So let me put this on the tripod. Let's get going. Yeah, we're not going to look at the light. Okay. Okay. Some of this I'm going to ask what it is because I don't know, but the first one is a blue goldstone. Oh, here, let me use this other hand so you don't see my nasty fingernails. Been cutting and polishing boulder opal. Okay. Hey, Chris. I got to change hands here with the gloves. So someone asked one time why I only wear one glove, and it's not because I'm trying to be Michael Jackson. It's because I can't operate the camera. So here's a piece of carnelian, and it took a great polish. I think I'm going to adjust these lights just a little bit. I think they'll do better if I lower them. All right, sorry about that. Here, we'll throw something over there to look at. Oh, Jack, we're going to get to the petrified wood in just a little bit. But can someone tell me if this is a pudding stone? I would think that's what that is. Hi, Cynthia. I mean, that's red jasper, and it only has one little nodule in it, but I assume that's what that is. Good deal. So, this one here is some AZRE. Focus. And I did end up leaving some polish in that second tumbler, in the rocks of the second tumbler that I pulled out. I usually don't do that. I usually run a burnish cycle, and I didn't. and it came back and bit me in the butt on that one. This one, I need some help with this. If somebody can identify it, I want to buy some more of this. It is gorgeous material. I think I got it from the big rock shop in Austin, Texas, but I love the banding on that. I just wished I would have bought more while I was there. Here's another piece of it. I polished several pieces of it, actually. This looks like AZRE material here. And that just looks dark to me. I don't know why. Let me see if I can move the lights a little and get a. There's a little spot there. So I'm definitely going to ask on several of these stones. I have no idea what this is. I'm wondering if it's some kind of a common opal. I'm going to move it around a little bit here. I ended up with a bunch of this that I bought out of an estate sale. And it takes a really nice polish, but I have no idea what it is. And there's another piece, porcelainite. Is that a natural stone or something? I've got some of these in my garden, and I ended up with quite a few of them from that estate sale. See, here's another one that's similar. I like the way they polish. I just don't have any idea what they are. Okay, as Rob with Michigan Rocks would say, we got a stripy rock. And here's an agate that this came from Balmorhea, Texas, on a rock hunt that I went on with Terry Smith. And it's a pretty little agate. Seems like I got some of this in every load that I do, but I don't get tired of it. This is some more of that material that I got. It went through a different tumbler than the other ones. I took the other ones through a 5-step process, and this here only got a 4-step. I think this is the last one of those, but see, here's another one that just, you can see the polish on them is great. They got a couple of pits in them. But again, if you know what that is, let me know. Tara is, that was just a pretty little quartz polish. Not gonna spend a whole lot of time on it, but it took a nice shine there. Let's see here, try to get this lit up good. I believe that's from AZRE, but I am not positive. Hey, Jeff. Come back down and get in focus. Nope, there's another one of those from those rocks that I have no idea what they are. Here's a pretty carnelian agate. Really clean. That's funny, Jeff. Yeah, this is more of that stuff that... Jeff, you know what that... Oh, crud. You know what that is? I have no idea what this material is, but I like the polish. I don't know. Exotica Jasper? Man, I got a whopping load of it. This one was interesting just because of that little band it has going through it. It has a little seam of something, if I can get my hand out of the way. It has a seam of something going through it. Okay, somebody will probably know what this is. I don't. It took a pretty decent shine. The back of it's still rough, but it almost set for a display. Hey, Vicky. Hope you're feeling better. It's a piece of crazy lace, and I don't know what this is, if that's polish all in there or what, but I think I'm going to run this back through and start with the stage 1 or 2. I'm glad you are. Lots of little eyes in there. It's a little vug with crystals in it. Uh-oh, did you get sick? This is a really pretty agate here. That's funny. Well, I'm destined to make a mess here, bust one of these up. Some of these, I got some bigger rocks in this. I started polishing some bigger ones. I don't know why, but I did. Got a little blue agate in there, and then it's got gold and red moss. That either came from Coconut Ranch or ACRE's stuff. This one didn't take a great polish, but it's got a bunch of eyes in it. I don't know what this is, if that's a goby. I quit tumbling it. I didn't want to tumble it all the way. And I left that crack in there. But, hey, Don. I hope I hadn't missed anybody. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. That quartz just had a kind of a cool pattern in it. It's another piece of crazy lace. I've seen super agates polish a lot of that stuff, and so I thought I'd give it a shot, putting it through the tumbler. Okay, I can't turn it, it's so slippery. I wished I could change the exposure on this a little bit. It's, I'm kind of afraid to push anything. It looks a little dark to me. This is another one of the agates from Balmaray. They didn't have a real, okay, thanks, Don. Thanks for letting me know. You couldn't really see the bands real well. I'm gonna try to turn this thing a little bit. But you see, there's the banding in there. It's ghost banding. I guess it's what you would call that. Oops, this is in the wrong pile. I'm gonna pull out some obsidian here that went through. So we got some silver sheen obsidian. I believe that's just black obsidian. Come on here. That really shows the thumbprints. Okay, there went one. Saved, didn't break that one. Okay. Some mahogany obsidian. You heard the bounce, huh? Yeah, I had one that didn't work out so great. I'll show y'all here. I'll show y'all here after this is done if I remember. Okay, so that's just black obsidian. Getting a decent polish on the obsidian. In the tumbler, I'm not complaining about it. Here's a piece of rainbow. Let me wipe this. I'm gonna wipe this off right quick. Here's a piece of rainbow obsidian, so. That's pretty stuff. piece of blue agate. Hey, Mike, welcome in. And these, a lot of what I tumble is saw scrap, and so I don't really have super fine pieces cut and all. It's just saw scrap. But here's another crazy lace, and man, this has got some stuff going on in there. That's a healed fracture or two healed fractures in there, maybe three. That one may be fun to put under a microscope. Hey, Cheryl. Where's the one that went bouncing across the floor a few minutes ago? I like Jeff's tumbling videos too. There's another piece of obsidian. That's just plain black. Ought to cut that up and use it to back some opal. Okay, so I got a lot of this that ends up in my tumblers, and it never takes a great polish, but it looks pretty good. If you know what that is, if that's more of that same jasper as before, well, that's what it is. But it doesn't take the polish that the other one takes. Piece of leopard skin. Got some good pattern on that. Again, the leopard skin doesn't take a great polish typically. Well, bull. That one's slick enough to come out of my hand. But that one's good. Hey, Hattie. Welcome in. So here is a piece of dendritic opal. And I love that stuff. Here's another piece of crazy lace. And I'll probably send that one back through too. I don't know why it is. If it was, I can't imagine that the polish cleaned on that tight. And there's an agate, a little agate that I cut and tumbled. Any ideas on that one, Jeff? Took a good polish. Slippery as snot. Hey, Alan. Yeah, Jeff, I was asking if you knew what this right here was. And this is another Balmaray, agate. You can just barely see the banding. It's white banding on a white, chalcedonian. So I don't know. It just doesn't show up good. There's some variegated tiger eye. It's got, this may just be called blue tiger eye. No, it's got, there's the, well, Trying to get this one side up here because it looks really cool. Lots of chatoyancy in that. This next one, I believe, is a red tiger eye. It's got chatoyancy. If I can find it. So you can see the chatoyancy here. But it's got a chunk of hematite in it right there that just, I had never seen that in tiger eye before. But I'm pretty sure that's red tiger eye right there. Yeah, Chris, I like that too. It's another piece of, I believe that's crazy lace. That's what I'd call it. This one just took a funny shape.
Someone was detected at your front door.
And that is just a shiny piece of chalcedony there. But I wasn't gonna put it on I wasn't gonna cut it and slab it or anything, so I just tossed it in. Let me see here. Yeah, I hadn't showed that one yet. Mind over matter, Jeff. Mind over matter. Easier said than done. Okay, man, that's just slick. Okay. Somebody's knocking on my door here. Let me put that right there for just a second and see. They've knocked twice. Hey guys, I'm busy in the middle of the live. Okay, just persistent salespeople. So, there's a pretty AZRE piece. I like how it looks like the red moss is growing out of that tan, goldish tan color. Looking to see if there's anything else that was a kind of cool piece there. There's a piece of jasper, little piece of banded iron. There was a cab that didn't work out. I think it cracked. Oh, I had a crack in it, so I just tossed it in the tumbler pile. That's a pretty piece right there. Just a little slice of crazy lace. Piece of gold moss. And I'm 30 minutes in. And I'm going to show a couple more, and then I want to go to the petrified wood because I have some really pretty petrified wood. So this was a Montana agate, is a Montana agate. I was hoping would have iris in it, but really, now that I've learned a little bit more, there's nothing there for it to have iris in it, so it doesn't. And there's one right there. I don't know if kind of pretty little chunk. And let's see if there's any others that I just really want to show. Piece of red jasper with some banding in there. Hey, Betty. Epidote, I'm assuming. Piece of blue picture jasper. It was just a part of it that didn't have any real standout stuff to put onto a cab, so it made the tumbler pile. I want to be sure I show all the crazy lace. I love that stuff. Yeah, I think I've got to show that. Pretty blue agate. I like to leave a little of this on the outside, especially on those from West Texas, because it polishes up real nice. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump the camera. Here's another pretty one with a great polish on it. It took a really nice polish. Yeah, I like the husk on them a lot of the times. Okay, we're gonna get this big old red jasper in here before we switch over to petrified wood. Oh, there's one more too. This is real plain, but I've been trying to tumble a piece of this yellow jasper for 2 years. And that's the first time I've got a decent piece out of it. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to show that. Okay, let's see if that's it. And this has got some kind of a purplish. I'm cutting into the pet woods time here. Okay, time for pet wood. I want to start with some pet wood that I got in Idaho. I went up to Salmon, Idaho, and I met with. I'm drawing a blank now. Can't believe that. Alan and give me a second here, and I'll get it. Can't believe that. Stage fright. That's what I'm calling it. But they have most beautiful petrified wood. It's a blonde. Debbie, thank you. Sorry, Debbie, if you watch this. But she took me out and we found some gorgeous petrified wood. I'm gonna leave that lay there. Here's another piece of it. And it takes a great polish. Here's a bigger piece. I really like that. I just think it's really pretty. Of course, there's other petrified woods that are pretty too. But when it gets that dark color in there, the contrast, I think it's really striking. Oh, I'm gonna do some cabs out of this too. That right there ought to cab. That right there I might cut and cab just because of that. That's really got some nice detail. Some of this stuff went quick in stage one, but some of it's still going. I'm going to be having this stuff coming out for months. I got quite a few pieces of it. Yeah, look at the grain there. Hey, squirrel. Thanks for stopping in. We're just about done with the Idaho pet wood. Oops. I got to remember to look at the phone and not at the rock itself, because without a doubt it's gonna. I'm gonna get off screen with it. So this one's a little plain. It really makes a difference when it's got that dark color in there, and that's exactly what Debbie told me. There's a pendant, Jeff. I did save some of that to cab. Yeah, it makes a lot of difference there. Makes a lot of difference. Okay. So there's the Idaho pet wood. And then we'll jump in. I'm going to move that up and over. And we'll take a look at some other petrified wood. This came from an estate sale that I bought, what was it? 15 5-gallon buckets of rocks. And these were just some smaller pet wood pieces from that. Here's another piece that for some reason I thought that was pet wood. I saw something in it earlier that made me think of pet wood. This one's cool with the white contrast. And that is not polish. It's another nice piece. You can see they got fingerprints on them. I can't hardly hold on to this sucker. Thanks, Mike. You know, I followed the instruction of someone else on that polish, and it's the same all the way through stage 3. But for stage 4, I use a cerium oxide. I'm sorry, not a cerium oxide. I use a silicon. Okay, silicon carbide. Sorry, I'm looking at rocks, and that takes my mind off everything. Silicon carbide that's 1,000 grit for stage 4. And then the final polish is aluminum oxide at 15,000 grit. I don't think that's well. Oh, well, I called it petrified wood. Here's you another pennant, Jeff. Already shaped and ready to drill. But anyhow, I got that from Scott Wilkins. And man, that guy puts a polish on stuff. He can really get a polish on it. Okay, we'll save that. I don't know how that got into pet wood. I like when they have the kind of gradient colors in them. Okay. Maybe I don't need to polish them quite so good. I can't hold on to them. That's pretty black petrified wood with, it's got brown grain running through it. I hope the camera's picking that up. I can't see it. There's a little one there. Still a pretty one on that side. How we doing? 46 minutes here. One's got some nice contrast with the white or tan in the middle. My fingernails are brown from polishing boulder opal. That one's not all that great. I should have called that one out. It was kind of like a fire in there. Got just a few more pieces here. Oh, I appreciate that info, Chris. Man, I got this from a Rockhound estate. And like I said earlier, I got 15 or 16 5-gallon buckets full of rough. So that's smooth, and so I don't think that polish could get down in there. I think that's natural. Okay. Well, hey, Allison. Yeah, that's a lot of rough. Okay, here's the last piece of pet wood I got. I saved this one for last. And I'll have some more pet wood in a few weeks. I filled up a 50-pound tumbler today with pet wood, so and it's all out of that estate sale. Okay, seems like that looks like one of the states if I turn it a certain way. I can't remember. Is it that? But yeah, I'm gonna grab something while I'm doing that. Okay. So I had the dropsies a little bit earlier, and I've been doing a lot of shorts. I've been doing a lot of shorts with opal lately, primarily opal. And I did this pretty boulder opal here, and I just finished the video, and I dropped it. And it came into 3 pieces. So, moral of the story may be to put a rug here so it doesn't hit that tile. But anyhow, that's all out of the tumbler. I have been I have been cabbing opal, as I said. And if you give me just a second here, these will eventually make it to my channel on the shorts. But I've got some that have really been nice here lately. That one's a nice little boulder piece. And so I got all this from Lapidary-Dad. And if you look in the description of my shorts, you can see, that sounded bad, didn't it? If you look in the description on any of the shorts I've got, it has Claude's email. Yeah, that was funny, wasn't it? Here's another one that's got a lot of pop to it. I hope y'all are getting able to see that well. But so I bought some Cooper rough, and this stuff sparkles. I am hooked. I kind of developed a addiction ever since I went to Spencer Opal Mines, but yeah, that one's not popping so much. That's not on the new stuff. This is some of that new Cooper. It's got red and green and blue. And so Claude still has plenty of the opal, and man, he'd like to hear from you for sure. How's that for a red one? So I do like that boulder, but it turns your fingernails orange. Whoops. And it makes your hands and arms look like you're an Oompa Loompa. I can't say it now. Oompa Loompa. And I can't put on the dark nail polish like Karen does. Wow, Eddie, I hope y'all don't get too covered up there. I hope the color is showing up on that one. That is out of a bag that was, I think it was $100 for the bag, and it has a lot of pieces, smaller pieces, but look at that yellow and red and green, orange. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some occupational hazard to lapidary. I really like the color in that Cooper material. Well, okay. that is, that's gonna do it here. I appreciate y'all coming. Be sure if you hadn't already, hit the like on the way out. And I have a lot of these Opal video shorts that I've been dropping at least 2 a day. And so if you get a chance and you like that kind of stuff, we'll go ahead and take a look at that. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel. And I wish everybody a great evening this evening, and a great day to you, Addie. And I hope you're not too socked in with the snow. But yeah, until next time, you guys take care, and we'll catch you then.